Yeah. What up? What up? What up? Still a little early. Still a little early. Oh, let me get these comments up. What's good, y'all? Sorry, it's true. It's your boy. We out here. We outside. We outside. And I'm also going to text E Ness right now. Actually, I'm gonna do y'all one even better than that. Let me get the link for this live right here. Let me get this link going. And I'm gonna take that link and hold on, bring back up my live. Hold on. I'm gonna take that link. I'm gonna copy the link and I'm gonna text it to E Ness. So Ness, man, if you're out there, you are more than welcome to join this live. Where the hell is Ness number? Ness. Ness. All right. I'm gonna text. I'm gonna text this link to Ness. And I'm also going to hop on IG and I'm going to DM it to him as well. Eness underscore 215. And I'm going to DM you the link to join this live with me as well. So I'm even going to stall a little bit. I just text the link to this live right here to Eness, and I also DM'd it to him. All right. So I definitely am going to address E Ness's Hip Hop is Real interview that just came out, but I'm gonna stall. Let me stall a little bit. Um, Hopefully the homie can make it in here. Shout out to everybody in the chat. I see y'all coming in. Good morning, y'all. RBE number one. I appreciate that. Shout out to you tried it 215 in the building as always. That's the homie. That's sorry is true family right there. Good morning back to you. That guy Wells. What did Ness say? I'm gonna play some of it on my phone actually, y'all. So I'll catch y'all up to speed. Pretty roster, RBE fire. I appreciate that. ARP waste no time. Yeah, it just went up. I got caught by it too. I was like, oh, what's this? You know what I'm saying? But for those people that wasn't in here 30 seconds ago, 60 minutes, 60 seconds ago, um, I DM'd this link on IG and I text this link to Ness. So hopefully Ness is aware, and if he's available, hopefully the homie can join. This blue room card is fire. I'm gonna continue to stall to see if Ness, whether he hears about this live, whether y'all tweet him now, whether he gets my text, whether he reads my DM. I'm gonna stall a little bit. So while I stall for a second, let's talk about it. We can continue to talk about the Murder Mook versus Big K predictions. I think predictions are gonna go back and forth. I think a lot of energy is going to come out of the face off. We're about to shoot this face off of Big K and Murder Mook, y'all. And I think Big K in face offs has this reputation of like lining niggas up, like just sitting there, like, yeah, okay, cool. I'll see you tomorrow. Yeah. So I think Big K has that reputation. But also that'd be like day before shit, like what y'all saw with him acting like that with Adi Boom. That was the day before. You saw how more open, how he was talkative, etc. When he was at the face off. That was like a month before the card on Jay Black. Shout out to Champion. Um, Same thing with Mook when we did his pre-recorded face off. That was like a month before the event with Averb, Mook and Averb. You see how it be, and I think it's gonna be like that. I think it's going to be like that. I think they might have a chessboard, not knowing who's got, because there's plenty of time to still change shit in your writing, and they're both well into their writing already. This is confirmed with both of them. They're both well into their writing. But I think shit like this, people be careful. They be careful not to say certain things, but at the same time, you say the wrong thing, you get under the other person's skin. Next thing you know, it's an argument. Yeah, I mean, like the best face off of all time. It's on the RBE channel, Hitman versus Cassidy. I had in my phone sitting there as the face off started a whole list of questions to ask. They didn't need me. I got maybe one or two little questions and whatever. The rest of it, they was gone. Big K, as much as he has that I don't give a type of attitude, he don't let people play with him, and he's only gonna let you talk but so much. Mook is like underrated as far as his aggressive nature. He's an aggressive person by nature, like the way he talks, his mentality. He's got that Harlem shit to him, like you know what I mean, like respectfully, like that arrogance side to him. Like I'm saying that in a respectful manner, just so y'all understand what I mean about Mook. Mook could walk around with that stature. He's just an aggressive. Go watch the first round of him versus Averb. Mook could be a very aggressive guy the way he talks. I'm not even talking about the stage yet. We'll get there. I'm talking about the face off right now, y'all. I think the face off could be a movie between these two guys. And we all love good face offs. You know what I'm saying? The battle is the most important, but who doesn't want a good face off? Shit. Even the biggest and the best of the best have classic face offs. People like Floyd Mayweather. Like we want classic face offs too. And RBE has invested the money into getting these two guys together for a pre face off for y'all. Um, I think there's a lot of questions that I have to ask. Y'all go ahead and drop comments here of questions that y'all want me to ask Murder Mook and Big K in the face off. I think questions like time limits need to come up. Questions like Mook, why did you accept? Big K, why did you accept? Is this a shot? Who's done more for the battle rap culture? I think that's an interesting question. Mook has this end game stature. Big K's resume is way more lengthy than Mook's. I think questions like that bring about different perspectives from both sides. Who's done more for the culture is a simple question that could go left. And I just curious to see their mentalities. You know what I'm saying? Along with stuff like that and time limits, writing process for each other, right? How do you feel about this type of what do you want to do after this battle? You know what I'm saying? What's your vibe like? Do you plan on seeing past this person and getting right to somebody else after? Somebody want to battle Cassidy after, or Easy to Block after, or Geechee at what? You know what I'm saying? I think questions like this, drop comments below and let me know the questions that y'all want to see get asked during the Mook and the Big K face off. If I don't get to ask the questions, that means that they're in Hitman and Cassidy mode, and it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna try to bully in my way to try to get questions off when these guys is already, because we put this all together for them to talk. I'm there to host, and if they in their mode, it is what it is. It is what it is. I think y'all are also gonna get a mini documentary as well, Road 2. That's gonna be dropping by Mook. I think Big K is gonna have some of that as well. There's a mini documentary that's being shot. There's interviews that's being lined up. So yeah, we rolled out the card. All 10 battles are out now. Everybody is aware of who is going to be battling on Divide and Conquer 2. Now it's time. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gotta start seeing the interviews, the documentaries, the face-offs, and all that type of shit. Now's where we start having a little bit more fun. But I'm glad that everybody rocks with the card. I'm seeing all the feedback. I see people like Jazz tweeting, this card doesn't have blue room vibes, it has big room vibes. I think that's dope. I see tweets and people commenting saying shit like, yo, ARP, you could always rename this Max Out if you want. You know what I'm saying? I think that's dope, man. We appreciate that. We're looking to continue the trend coming off of Divide and Conquer 1, which people are saying is the event of the year so far and had all good battles for the entire card. We're trying to put that pressure on the battlers for May 6th. Everybody, please, A game. If this card formulates the way that it was designed and put together and matched up, if everybody just comes with even just a good performance, it turns out to be a great event because of how much talent is on the card. If everybody just has just a good performance, it becomes a great event. There's so much there. So much talent is on this card. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to everybody that's on Divide and Conquer 2. Everybody hit me up. It's time for us to start doing Sorry It's True podcast as well. I know y'all gonna be all over the place, from Angry Fan to Three Letter Man and all that type of stuff, and uh, 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 all the different media platforms. Hip Hop is Real, 15 Minutes Fame. Shout out to everybody. But yeah, it's time. It's time. It's time. It's time. It's time. I'm looking forward to start seeing what everybody got to say to each other now. All right. I killed enough time. We are 10 minutes in. Let me see if the homie Ness texts me back. He didn't text me back. Let me see if he read his DM. He did read his DM. It says seen 7 minutes ago. All right. So Ness, I don't know if you tuned in. But you saw the DM where I sent you the StreamYard link. You are welcome to join. You seen the DM, homie. You know what I'm saying? So please join, man. We're gonna chop this up. All right. So this is why I jumped on this live real quick, y'all. I gotta stay in front of stuff like this. There is also a lot of talk these days about politics and how battlers are allowed to move around, what type of stipulations or what type of contracts they're in, what type of legalities around them. Are they employees? Are they private contractors? Can you restrict people from earning a living as private contractors? The amount of time that could be held over somebody, or all that type of shit, right? Those conversations are happening, and I'm on my cell phone, and I promise you when I say this was totally blindside for me, and I don't mean like that in a bad way. Shout out to Ness. I wasn't blindside like, oh, you know what I'm saying, but I was just chilling, and I scrolled down my joint, and because I watched so much Hip Hop Is Real shit, I got suggested this video, and it says, let's talk about the politics. This is an E Ness video. It says E Ness feels RBE is penalizing him because he attended a URL event. Right? It's this video right here, and I already know how shit be with the light. Ugh. I'm gonna play a little bit of this. Hip Hop Is Real. Let me rock. Oh, my bad.
Like ARP played the long game, and I did so many small rooms last year, and everybody was getting like calls from different leagues to up their profile, and I wasn't getting no phone calls.
Gotcha.
So me and ARP had to talk like it's never gonna come down to a point where they want to be trying to call me to try to, make it a thing where they taking an interest in investing in me over you guys because of our history. But it's never been no bad blood. So when Smack invited me out to come to the last card with Smart Battle Clean,
I didn't know that.
I guess when that got out there, it's like, nah, we're gonna slow Ness down a little bit. That's just how it feels.
You say that's how it feels.
So you think like the pettiness of the leagues going back and forth, it's starting to take effect on the artists and the battlers.
It just because if you look at the May 10th card, it's a lot of big battles.
Yeah, it's 10 battles.
But you could have squeezed E Ness and A-Water on there. It would have made sense.
Yeah, I mean,
the battles that he got up there is unbelievable.
Yeah.
Appreciate that, man.
Top brass shit.
And I mean, it's only 4 announcements, so it's still 6 more announcements left.
So this was recorded when we was in 4 announcements out.
So
or
6
4
more
announcements
left to go. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
so who knows? Yeah, I was gonna say E Ness A-Water
might have to edit this now.
You might have to edit this now. That was funny, Ness. Okay. So I think things that's important from what was said there. This is on Hip Hop Is Real. It's a 5-minute interview. Everybody could go watch it themselves. I think what was important there is that it was said by knowledge only 4 battles is out right now. So this had to be recorded about a week ago. So I assume because now all 10 battles is out, right? That's one thing that's important. The other thing he said, that's the way I feel, not what anybody told you. So I think that's very, very important. Third thing that's very, very important is Ness mentions being invited by Smack or somebody from URL to like the Swamp Card or something like that. I didn't know that. You know what I'm saying? And whether he was, that has nothing to do with nothing to me. You know what I'm saying? But we'll get there. Because it's a topic, and it's also RBE's reputation of what people can't do whether they're locked in with us for an extended type of contract or agreement, or whether it's one-off situations and we just have understandings about how we move as we work together. I think it's important for me to make sure that I remind people of what RBE is about. Ness included, anybody else as well that could see that and not know what RB is about. Now I won't get into Ness's particulars, details of his business with RBE, of course, but of things I've already been saying publicly, I can already stand on without him having his business out there, which is that even people that are signed to RBE have the full right to battle, perform on, attend any league that they want to, any league, as long as it does not conflict with an RBE battle. That's it. That's all we care about. You know what I'm saying? I said one of these recent cards, something could have not happened, and it's one of the biggest names that's on the May 10th card. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't do that. And I think I'm actually going to be doing a live with that particular person. He's one of the biggest names on the May 6th card. And he told me this. I'm not even going to put it out there yet in case we decide not to say it. He said, like, it was his idea. He said, when we do a live, I want to say that publicly because that's honor what you did, eh? Because when I got that call, I was just like, nah, it's all good. You know what I'm saying? So y'all will probably hear a little bit more about that, when we do our live, because it was the homie's idea to do it to say it publicly. But that's odd, Ness, for you to feel that way. And I want to make it clear. Ness was heavily a part of RBE activity all 2022, right? The straight to it cards. He battled Gwitty. I think he battled Big Cannon. I think that was judged. I think on Blood, Sweat, and Tears, you was on there with Remedy Loco. 2022, you was on there with that was the Gwitty battle in the Blue Room. Basically, Ness was on almost every single one of our cards all last year. Now, we've only done one card so far in 2023. Well, actually, two cards, my bad. We did the intake card in VA, shout out to Lawrence and Winged, and we did Divide and Conquer Part 1, right? And now we got Divide and Conquer Part 2 coming up, right? So every card prior to that, over 2022, Ness, damn near you was on. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to keep it so 1,000. And this is all due respect. All due respect. I fuck with Ness as a talent so much. Right now, this right here of that video coming out, or whether he whatever, it's not like Ness, you ain't called me and asked me that question. You know what I'm saying? You said that on Hip Hop Is Real, so then I get the opportunity to respond and protect RBE publicly as well. And this is all due respect. Ness is my nigga. I don't want anybody to get this shit misconstrued. But when I see that interview and I now have to make sure that I stand tall for RBE, right? The truth of the matter is, Ness, everything that we've been doing over the last 3 cards has been the Blue Room. We did Closure Part 2, we did Divide and Conquer Part 1, and we did Divide and Conquer Part 2. There's a lot of battlers that either haven't been on RBE, have been on RBE recently, that never even have been on one of those cards recently to be in the Blue Room. You have. You've been on RBE recently, right? You've done a Blue Room battle, right? The truth of the matter is, with all due respect, Ness has been on a tear. Like the way he was killing shit, I think even the Mac Myron battle, right? In 2022. Like he was on like all of our cards in 2022, my nigga, after we did our deal. He was on everything. When we got to that Gwitty battle in the Blue Room, that was the lightest battle of the entire card. All due respect, it did more views than even the Show Off and Jag. And I said this publicly because Ness and Gwitty had a dope face off that came out like 3 days before the YouTube battle dropped, right? Show Off and Jag didn't have a face off. And then later on, as people was like kind of catching up with it, they was like, yo, that's like top 10 battle of the year, Show Off and Jag. Like this is all there for y'all to see. Like I'm not making, this is all what happened. This is all public, right? But the Gwitty and Ness battle, I don't know if it was timing. I don't know if it was opponent wise. I know Gwitty had a battle the day before, you know what I'm saying, on Bags and Bodies. It wasn't the craziest turnout. It was nowhere near the level of what Gwitty is capable of and what Ness is capable of. It just was a down battle, and that happens with the best. Murder Mook has battles that people say, I don't like that performance. So I'm not saying any disrespect towards Gwitty or E Ness. After that, right, we went different type of matchups for Divide and Conquer Part 1. Then on after Divide and Conquer Part 1, the theme, the trailers themselves was saying win your battle and move on, right? And I said how many times publicly we could only do but so much, timing, opponent, all that type of shit. But we still want to try to stay true to that. So when Big K has what people say performance of the night, he ends up on the next card, and that person ended up being Mook. You know what I'm saying? Ill Will or Hollow, you pick one. One of them's got to come forward. I still don't have a winner for that battle. QB, shout out to Caution. Caution is my nigga. You know what I'm saying? Caution is being pushed by RBE. We could have easily said, yo, Caution, Divide and Conquer Part 2. We got Murder Mook versus Big K as the main event. There's gonna be extended eyes on this card. Caution, come get another look. That's not what happened with Caution. Everybody had their judgment of that battle, but that wasn't the only reason why Caution isn't on this card. Caution is also not on this card. It's me keeping it 1,000 because Caution had a lot of light coming out of last year and to the beginning of this year. So all we tried to do is say, you know what, let's clear a little bit of space for other people to get some of this light too. You know what I'm saying? It's like that big ass family, right? And you put the food down and you want to make sure that everybody could get something on their plate. You know what I'm saying? So that's where you see Loco come back, right? And me and Caution even have conversations like that because we build behind the scenes to keep 1,000 with each other. Caution she could be on any card because of her talent, right? But if I had to pick based on what we promoted from Divide and Conquer 1 and all the light that Caution is basically fed, her stomach is full right now. She could let her digest for a second. She's coming off of this big shit, the tournament, the Chrome 23 card, Divide and Conquer Part 1. She's getting her place. She's getting her looks. So now when it's somebody else's turn now, everybody should look at that like that's commendable. Yo, Loco. I got people in the comments saying, yo, finally, Loco's back. Let that man get a plate. You know what I'm saying? So we do our best to make sure that people's getting fed and also being rewarded. Both a combination of that, and then it still coincides with timing and all that type of shit. So that right there, that interview of that is odd. It's very, very odd because it wasn't said to me. I don't think I've ever given Ness that impression. I think that's a conspiracy theory. Maybe that you felt that way because Ness, you and your manager both hit me up, right, about May 10th. And maybe me saying like, oh, nah, give me a second. We're going to get back in a second. Maybe that gets interpreted as because you went to a Smack event. You know that one of the partners of RBE goes to URL events, Lawrence. You know what I'm saying? You know how many battlers that battle on RBE go to URL events? Ill Will went to a recent URL event. QB, like they all go like that. That's if I don't have a problem with people battling on URL, why would I give a fuck about people going over? People could go over there same way they come to RBE. People come to RBE that battle on URL and get in front of 15 Minutes of Fame and Hip Hop is Real and promote. Somebody could go to a URL event. I think like King Los went to a URL event one time and promoted his upcoming RBE battle. Like, so what? So what? That should go both ways. I don't give a fuck if it's a battle or a face-off, right? That happens too. Speaking of face-offs, speaking of 15 Minutes of Fame, shit, Sue Surf, the most URL person in the world, got footage on 15 Minutes of Fame promoting his shit at a RBE face-off. I even hit up people from 15 Minutes of Fame to make sure that footage was good because there was things that was happening in that footage with Sue Surf that wouldn't have looked good to the public. You know what I'm saying? Even protecting his footage at a RBE face-off for the golden child of URL. It's all facts. It's on 50 Minutes of Fame channel, and that could be easily co-signed. Like, yo, that text come across like, yo, be aware of this in the footage with Surf to make sure that the fans don't see this. Helping out Surf's footage. That's me. Because I know when I see Surf face to face, it's all smiles and handshakes. So I treat him like that. And then we go back and forth online, like, it's be entertainment. But as far as like malice in my heart for the man and wanting that type of whatever, or like, oh, this is my face off, get out of here, or don't say this, yo, take that video down because it's never. So I think the way we carry it, I'm glad that you said you feel that way, but shout out to Ness. For any battler that's not on a card or a card after that, let's say A Ward, for example. I'll just make this up. Let's say, because in the interview, Ness was saying him versus A Ward should be on the card, right? Let's say A Ward looks at May 6th and feels away and be like, yo, why I'm not on the card? You know what I'm saying? Like, anybody could feel that way. Anybody could feel why I'm not on a card, right? Name a league that could do everything for everyone at every single card. You can't. You can't. I would turn back to somebody like A Ward and be like, yo, A Ward, you know, you're another person that frequented RBE all 2022 when people thought we were having a lighter year, you know, on all the straight tour cards versus QB and Reed Dollars, you know what I'm saying? And then A Ward was the main event of our first pay-per-view that was booked to be scheduled to be going down in 2022, which was Closure. You know what I'm saying? And there goes E Ness. There goes E Ness. I'm gonna pull him in. Hold on one second. Let me finish what I'm saying right here. It was booked to be scheduled to be going down in 2022, which was Closure. Whatever your background, if you got a computer, I'm coming through on an echo. So put that on mute. Hold on one second. If you play me on a computer or something, let's put it on mute because we hear the echo. Whatever your background, if you got a computer, I'm coming through on an echo. So put that on mute. Yeah, all you need is your phone. There you go. All right, let me finish this point. AWA was booked to main event the only pay-per-view that we had scheduled in 2022, which was Closure. And then, you know, he had his personal situation, and we put it at the top of the year, 2023. AWA's been on our two biggest events ever. Max Out. Called them back-to-back. Max Outs. AWA's a star. So if all of a sudden it's time for Big K to get his biggest moment, does that mean that we did AWA dirty? No. Yo, Ness, turn your shit like this for me if you can. If you can. All right, cool. You up to bat. What's good, Ness?
What's up? What's up, eh?
Why you say that?
Can you hear me?
I hear you perfectly, G.
Oh, yeah.
Why you say that?
It wasn't no malice.
I know. We all know it wasn't malice. That's why I sent it to you.
It wasn't no malice.
We know.
So, but
I should say why you assume that. I shouldn't even say why you say. I should say why you assume that.
I don't know. That's just where I feel it at the time. I'm a human. Sometimes I feel about this way. Sometimes I do my research. Sometimes I may speak before I get the ultimate final information. I'm human.
Respect.
I make mistakes. I'm not perfect. Nobody is. So I spoke before I knew the details of it.
I respect that. All right, so let me ask you, let's have some fun with it then, because what you just said.
But in hindsight, I do feel that, I don't know, I consider it paying dues. I did a lot of small rooms. I did a lot of battles. And I was thankful for the opportunity. And I just feel that the energy that I built up, you know what I mean? It just reflected a main stage appearance. So
y'all do know, you say you did a lot of small rooms and now a main stage appearance. You know that the same place that May 6th is the same place where you battle.
What they consider small rooms. Hey, I'm not saying like it was a small event. I'm not saying like you have a smaller platform. I'm just saying compared to a May 6th or a Max Out, you know what I mean? The battles that I did up until this point, even though the Gwitty was lackluster and still did some views, I mean, this game is all about momentum. It's all about momentum. And as a battler, I'm protecting my big brand just like you protecting your brand. It's just like a shooter. If I heat up and then they sit me on the bench and then I get back in the game, now I'm going 2 for 6. And when I was just doing, you know what I mean? I just put up 5 for 5. That's just it. It's not an economical thing. And, you know what I mean? At the time, like I spoke, and I didn't know you didn't see that. But in my mind, everybody's seen everything because we live in an internet climate. And everybody shares everything, just like they was quick to share you my interview on 15 Minutes of Fame. They didn't share you when I was over there. So, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. I guess at the time I felt like, you know, from all the research that I did and all the things that's online and all the blogs of going back and forth in the legal issues, sometimes
so you put yourself in it.
And again, look where I'm at. I'm not even on the car, and you on here holding an interview with me, and I'm not even on the car. So who's the smart one? Who's the smart one here?
And if there was that type of energy, you a bastard for that. And if there was that type of energy, if there was that type of energy, I don't think it'd be logical for me to send you the link before I even started talking.
No, but like I said, as a human being, and I'm looking gruffly because I just woke up, but as a human being, we make mistakes. So I spoke too soon. I seen a lot of people saying that. I did. Sue me, fuck, like whatever. Like,
nah, you're not getting sued, G. Like, you good. Let me just clarify this for the public, my nigga. And that's honor what you just said, man. I have a lot of respect for what you just said and what you just did. I really respect you for that. I just want to ask you this: have you ever gotten a vibe from RBE that we have an issue with you attending URL events? Have we ever given you that a vibe, or has anybody ever said that to you?
Nah. Okay. And just
it was just so you just saw all the URL or RBE stuff online, and then you not being on May 10th.
Hold on, let me say this.
You know what?
Let me say this. Let me say this. But I'm not anybody's lawyer, but the agreement we had was 100. I got the receipts. We both got the receipts. I can move around and do whatever I want.
100% true.
Now, like I said, I'm not perfect. I maybe got in my feelings and I maybe, talk a little bit too much or like beforehand. And I didn't know that all the battles was released. I just seen what everybody else seen. And I kind of like just assumed that all the battles was out. Like I don't be on it every day as much as I should or much as I could because I got other things going on.
You're a passionate person, and that's one thing I do think that fans also appreciate about you too. When we see Ness in interviews, Ness is going to give it up. You got me before, like about a year and a half ago, or maybe 2 years ago on 15 Minutes of Fame. I never forgot it. I just took it as your passion. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to go there right now. I'm going to let you live. You know what I'm saying? But that's all. I had to clear that up because there's so much, even from the RBE side right now. RBE is having a discussion with the battle rap community about employees and contractors and what people should be able or possibly shouldn't be able to do based on their contract and their status, right? I think it's just a good conversation for us to all have to understand the movement of a contractor, right? And I've publicly said that so many times about we always felt like battlers should be able to move around, get their badge. You get a call from this league, that league, whatever. If it's something you want to go do it. You know what I'm saying? If you want to battle 4 times in a month, like Math did when he showed the whole culture, like, yo, you could do this and turn this into a living, go do it. And behind the scenes in private, that's also our agreement. So I'm glad that when we have these type of conversations, we're able to make sure that there's consistency there about what this man represents in the public versus also the business that he's conducting in the private. It all matches up. So when I saw that interview this morning, I said, oh, no, that's opposite from our reputation. I'm going live.
Hey, yeah, listen, regardless of what people say, and I see A Ward in the comments, and I keep referring to the comments because I like seeing what the people feel. So A Ward, I agree with A Ward. Me and A Ward talk behind it, and I'm sorry if I released a battle or did anything. I jumped the gun with that and did anything. I apologize for that. But I'm just eager to get in there with bigger competition, better competition on main stage appearance, just like any other battle rapper. And just off the energy of the face-off I had with Gwitty, this is the same content, this is the same thing, the substance of that face-off that I'm just carrying into 2023. I think I deserve bigger and better competition on highlighted cards. That's it, just like any other battle rapper in history. So what I'm doing is not out of any normalcy. I'm not trying to be a diva. I'm not saying I killed everybody, undebatably had 3 O's all last year. I'm just saying the energy that I put forth going from face off and the appearances that I had on the RBE platform last year, whether it been mid-tier competition, sub-mid-tier, or top brass. I think I've provided the energy and built up enough energy around my name for a main stage appearance. That's all that was trying to, and it came across wrong in the interview. And that's bottom line, that's
I respect that. And this isn't the first time where you've alluded to that. In all fairness, I seen you say that in a recent, well, I should say a prior blog. And you was getting at me. You was laughing, this bastard. you was like, yeah, Big Cannon, whatever. You did okay with Mac Myron. You did cool with Mac Myron. Basically trying to say, like, I like that opponent. I like that name. But yo, wasn't that? I hear all y'all. You know what I'm saying? And behind the scenes, or maybe a couple times in public, I done gotten in trouble with battlers behind like, all right, yo, I'm next up, or yo, it's my time. Or I done had that debate with Serious Jones at times. I had that debate with Jay Mills. You know what I'm saying? I had that debate with Reed Dollars, you Philly niggas. I had that debate with Reed Dollars. You know what I'm saying? I think he was like, yo, I'm ready for, we did some of these small room joints. I'm ready for, where's Max Out? I want to be on Max Out now. You know what I'm saying? So then, even though this isn't a big stage, people still see that it's a big card. You know, you got like GOATs on the card and whatnot, and Ill Will and King Los and Charlie Clips and Murder Mook and Big K. I get it. So people turn around and say, even if it's not a big stage or a big arena or called Max Out, it's a big card. It's a big promotion. It's a big pay-per-view. I deserve to be on that. You do. I'm telling you to your face and in front of everybody else, you do. But there's a lot of people that deserve to be on the card.
I just said that. I just said that.
Okay.
I just said that.
Okay. Same
what
page,
I'm doing is not out of any normalcy of any other battle rapper. I just want my lick back, and I want, pause, and I just want to be on the shit that, and I mean, and to hindsight of that, and this don't got nothing to do with you. You don't give a fuck about what I'm about to say, because you only in it to protect RBE and RBE's integrity. And I get that. But on the other side, I have my people pushing me to do more every day. Every day. And you are, you know what I'm saying? That's something that you're not responsible for that. And you're not knowing of that. And that's not what you wake up to protect every day. And I get it. But on my end, I'm having my people push me to just do more on whatever platform it is, whether it be RBE, URL, King of the Dot, because they have an agenda just like I had, just like you had. That's
quick question though. I'm just curious. What platform have you been on the most over the last 12 months?
For sure, it has been RBE. So my loyalty lies there. But
not loyalty, not loyalty. I'm just talking about as far as the culture respecting you as a pioneer and putting you out there and getting you matchups. I'm just curious, who have you worked with more than RBE over the last year?
Yeah, man. Like I said, man, I just like what I'm saying is not.
Yeah, I gotta take my shots back, my nigga.
No, listen. Y'all have provided a platform for me to my home and my talent and skill. That's just the bottom bare line. You don't need to be. You know what I mean? You could have just tapped into battle rap 6 months ago and seen that. I haven't put up big numbers. I know what fuels companies, leagues, promoters, bookers, scout talent. I'm not like just walking to this shit blindsided. I know everything that goes into it. I watch your blogs. I watch other people's blogs. I know what people are looking for, the markability. I know all this goes into play. I know I'm older, and I take that into consideration. My time is limited. I don't have the time, the luxury of a Pain or a fucking Loco or a fucking Caution. I've been around for 20 years, so I'm working against the clock also. So you got to take that into consideration too, eh? You feel what I'm saying?
I respect that right there. I mean, everybody can't be in each other's shoes, and what you just said, I definitely respect that. So, all right.
So just to clear it up, like I said, it wasn't no malice, but I'm very vocal. And just a case in point, bottom line, all the way around, and I'm saying this respectfully. I've been battle rapping before. The idea was even brought around to bring it into the room and start charging people.
Before there was an RBE, say it. Yeah, you're right. You was.
So for me to conform to anything outside of what the culture dictates, I'm just not, you know what I mean? And like I said, all shouts out to RBE. When nobody wanted to invest in Ness, we had these conversations. So I'm not embarrassed to say what goes on behind the lines. In all fairness, we don't got to get up here and talk about numbers, but I do, appreciate the opportunity. But then I'm a man, and I have man shit in me, and we just want more. We just want more. You can't blame me for wanting more. That's it.
Don't. Nah, we don't. I don't. We don't. And I don't. And I hate. You know what I hate? I hate the feeling of feeling like I'm working with people and we're not peers. You know what I'm saying? And some people like that energy and that presence. I get on bricks when they call me boss. I'm like, don't call me. I don't like it. You know what I'm saying? I hate for people to even change the way they talk naturally when they're talking to me. don't treat me like we peers. We partner together to make this shit work. Sometimes it works, sometimes it don't. Sometimes we agree, sometimes we disagree. Timing, all types of shit. You know what I'm saying? So by all means, I'm never here to silence anybody. Keep your passion. Do an interview tomorrow saying, yo, RBE is fucking up my career. It's all good. But I'm getting on camera and I'm addressing it. You know what I'm saying? We can have any disagreement. You know what I'm saying? Because I understand your passion the same way I think a lot of my fan base understands my passion. So it's totally all good. And if I would have felt the way, then I would have invited you. I would have did the whole like, oh, nah, I'm Adam. I'm like, nah, I want Ness to come up. I stalled before even getting into the topic for like 10 plus minutes so I could have the conversation with you at the same time. And then you join. Right. You know what I'm saying? So
just to show you was no malice. I'm in the A. I was gonna pull up to the blue. I was gonna put up to the Vengeance Pup and just show my support. Like, you know what I'm saying? You feel me? Like, I'm a fan of the culture. My only allegiance is to the culture.
Yeah. And your allegiance also is to yourself before any platform.
Facts. So I see everybody, we don't want to see Ness, and I create. Listen, when it was real crazy and it was looking shaky, and everybody was categorizing me from the DNA, I went back in. I didn't want my story to end like that. And like I'm saying, if you could point back, this is the same energy, this is the same tenacity and intensity I had in the Gwitty battle. Yeah, I made a shot off my mouth over there about other guys that I'm affiliated with, and I apologize for that. But like I said, I'm not perfect. And I'm not using that as an excuse, but as a battle rapper that's getting up in years, has been around for a long time, I just want my last couple joints to be memorable and be iconic as we all want. That's it.
Respect. And said that, it sounds like you and A was having some conversation. So let's see. Y'all drop a comment, man. It sounds like Ness and A Ward is talking some shit behind the scenes. What's going on here? We could talk about that.
No, because A Ward hit me. He was kind of like he was in distress. Like, what's going on? Niggas hit me about an A Ward, and that's why I said I apologize about being a whistleblower to anything or any type of way. You know what I'm saying? That you was going to do the promotion for any type of thing, because I understand it's a business, and we all have to. Nobody is bigger than a business, because we need these platforms just as well as y'all need the battle rappers, and people have to understand that. And my passion is not a cap. It's not me just trying to troll and just try to be talked about. This is how I really feel. I carry this shit you see it. I be on other platforms speaking just the same way, as brutally honest as I can, because I don't have that luxury. Like I said, I'm working against the clock. And other motherfuckers may feel, oh, all right, Ness, we heard that. I don't give a fuck. This is my story. This is my belief. And I've carved out a place, whether I'm over the hill or don't have the bar work or don't have the performance or schemes or whatever motherfuckers say I lack. I'm still here because I have value. You wouldn't be talking to me if I didn't have any value, eh? You wouldn't. That's just plain and simple.
That's real. All right, man. Take yourself out of here, man.
All right.
Meaning the outro, nigga. Shit.
My bad. Shout out to ARP, man. Shout out to RBE. Rare Breed Platform. It's your boy E Ness, man. Rare Breed Banger. Hitter.
My nigga. You already know, G.
Facts.
All right. Shout out to Ness for popping up. He didn't have to. He could have ducked that text message. He could have ducked that DM. He came in. He stood on honor. Stood on integrity. You got to respect the man for that. I don't know what comments he was reading about anything towards his talent or anything like that. Let's be clear. Ness has, within the last 12 months at least, shown a lot. He's shown a lot. That Mac battle, his local battle. What other ones did he do? He did a bunch of recent battles where he's just been like, that motherfucker been dancing on niggas, man. I think he could always be argued as the top 3 performer. People's always gonna say people like Hitman and Shine. I think Ness is one of those guys too, performer-wise. Like, we obviously saw a lot in him to try to partner with him on a certain type of deal. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if anybody was in the comments saying that when he addressed that. Y'all are bugged out. Like, was the Ness and Gwitty battle great? No, but who the fuck doesn't have an off night? The greatest battlers of all time have off nights or off battles. So, but when the culture is such moving forward from that moment, battlers do need to protect their momentum. You know what I'm saying? So that's never to be misconstrued with how much somebody rocks with you. And like Ness says, RBE also has to protect itself as a business. You know what I'm saying? So there's certain calculated moves at certain times. They just can't do everything at every single juncture of the year. But doesn't mean that RBE, I'll go through that. I'll use two more people right now. I want to send out a message and a salute and a shout out to Quest McCody and Marv One. Quest McCody and Marv One have been mentioned to me several times from several different people over like the last, let's say, maybe more than a year. Um, I think through somebody, a third party at one point, I think it was like a small card or something, and I sent over like a range or some type of negotiations or something, and I think it didn't align, and there's never no hard feelings in negotiations. Quest McCody has one of my favorite one-rounders of all time, Quest McCody versus Daylight. Right when that battle went down, that was I was using that at times to protect one-rounders, and RBE doesn't really do a lot of one-rounders like that. But when I see battles like Quest McCody versus Daylight, and then we obviously have the Rex versus Ill and shit like that, I get X Factor versus Clips. That was a one-rounder, right? I get to say like, yo, there's some one-round classics out there. So I always shit like that is on Quest's jacket. I think he's a historian. I think he's a pioneer in certain respects. Marv, what Marv did going through the tournament, showing his talent once again. Marv has been on RBE once. It wasn't a big battle. It's not like people go back to it and be like, oh, this is a classic. It was something that we put together in New York, small room days, validation days. Marv won versus Mr. Mills. I don't even remember who won it, to be honest. But Marv has been on the platform, but since then, haven't had the opportunity to work with those two guys. When you say stuff like that, people take that as like that's bullshit because we mean opportunity. I'm a call away, right? But this people don't understand, not just RBE as a whole, because let's say Shata has ideas. Let's say I have ideas. Let's say Wyndon Lawrence have ideas. Let's just use me because I'm the spokesperson. I'm always going to be the one to get all the praise or all the backlash, right? Because I'm the face and I'm the spokesperson. Cool. I'll wear it on my shoulders. Let's say just me. The amount of people, the amount of battlers that I have a set of battlers that I have loyalty to, as far as like, no matter what, I'm always going to try to get you and get you involved. It's me being 100, me being real. I have battlers that I fuck with real heavy, and I like to incorporate them as much as possible. I have battlers that talent wise, or like, let's say business wise, we have a very, very good relationship, and I turn to them. I pivot to them sometimes, and sometimes all of those categories, they pivot to me. You know what I'm saying? So, because people don't understand behind the scenes, the league owners call the battlers just as much as the battlers call the league owners. You know what I'm saying? And I say it so many times. It's not easy to navigate this shit. It's not easy. I know there could be 100 people right now, if not more, that's frustrated with RBE, frustrated with me. People that could say I spoke to them and I didn't get. I could say so many people that I DM and I text or I get a call from. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing that I've always been careful with. When you're in an industry, people think that one of the ways to be successful amongst all these different types of personalities is to put on a face. You know how they say like the industry face? You know how like people give stories of like bumping into each other at award shows and shit, and they exchange industry talk. Yo, let's do a song together. Let's do a track. Yeah, I got you. You'll give me my number. And then they just both go this way knowingly, right? I've never wanted to be that person. When I DM with somebody, when I speak with somebody on the phone, when I speak with somebody face to face, or somebody telling me like, yo, we got to work, I always give that positive energy back because a lot of times I actually do fuck with the person talent wise, or maybe even business wise, or maybe even if we worked together before. But one thing I don't do is I don't tell people like, yo, next card, I got you. Because I know I could end up coming across like, yo, he's full of shit. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not easy to just make all those promises to all these people, or put all, it's not constructing these cards, even though this fucking card got 10 battles, it's still done so tactically. You got some people that are creating legacy battles, some people that were already in some type of business agreement or arrangement with RBE. You got some people that are carrying forward with momentum because timing wise, this is a point in their career where it's best for them and RBE to put you in a big situation or get you a look. You got people that are signed to RBE that haven't been on RBE in a while. For example, like let's say Remedy Loco, ever since him not getting his Blood, Sweat, and Tears 7 battle off, when the Reed battle didn't happen, where's Loco been? He's been respectfully, quietly chilling while he's still watching his league, his platform still put on, and he's just sitting there chilling. You got other bricks that Lawrence and Winged helped develop, and it's like, yo, you know, we just didn't have any bricks that assigned to RB on the intake card, you know, and now the next one after Divide and Conquer 1 is Divide and Conquer 2. All right, where's Tato? Where's Zay? Where's Jay Breed? Jay Breed had such a crazy battle with Show Off on Blood, Sweat, and Tears, right? You got to get this guy back. Tato, shit, little ball of energy. I love Tato shit. Where she at? Zay, good showing with Swave on Blood, Sweat, and Tears. Yo, that was last year. Once again in the winter. Yo, we're gonna get him back. It's a lot. It's a lot. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot. Then I got regular hitters. You know what I'm saying? That aren't necessarily new signed bricks. Did Jay Murder? Who won the last on-site battle? Jay Murder or Jay Jeans? Did Jay Murder win it? Would Jay Murder love to be on this card? Probably. Can I get everybody on this card? No, that's how that shit go. It's not being in these shoes, man. There's a lot of reasons for motherfuckers to get mad at you. You know what I'm saying? It's navigating this shit. You don't want to wear my shoes for a week, let alone 10 years. So I fuck with so many people that I just either haven't had an opportunity to work with in a while or recent, or never even worked with before. I think like even examples like Quest, it's just like, damn, like fuck with Quest. He's a talented guy, but navigating all this shit is really the fucking maze. It's really the maze. You know what I'm saying? So I hope that whether it's Ness or anybody ever feels that way, like, you know, they don't fuck. I could speak on certain examples because they've been tweeted publicly. I seen one by LL Cool G. LL Cool G tweeted something, and I replied to it like, why do you think that we don't fuck with you? Because you haven't been on RBE? You know what I'm saying? I see one from Fetty. Fetty said, you know, RBE don't fuck. I said, who told you that? There's a lot of people that probably have been frequented on RBE that haven't been on RBE in a second. Like, so who told you specifically that? Fetty, not me. You know what I'm saying? Anytime I come across these type of people, is, you know what I'm saying? Or who else tweeted that recently? Somebody else put that recently. That was just like, nah, they don't fuck with me. And I was just like, there's a big difference between somebody taking the position of they don't fuck with you, or they just haven't had the opportunity to work with you, or they're kind of tied up working with this other group of people. You know what I'm saying? Now, do we try to expand out and bring more people in and new faces and try to? Absolutely. I mean, you could see that from the big to the small. Somebody has to take the risk on a 40 cal or a Jag or a King Los, right? We did that day one. Put it on a card as a mystery. We brought Rich Dollars back versus Jims. Nobody even knew until they was on the stage in the venue who was battling. Matt Hoffa was hosting. He asked me like, "Yo, who am I announcing?" I'm like, you didn't hear through the grapevine? Yeah, there's Rich Dollars. You know what I'm saying? Like, we've always tried these little spots here and there. You know what I'm saying? When Young Ill was booked versus Ill Will on the card that had the big issue, right? Young Ill was off the scene. Shit, Murder Mook was off the scene. 5 years. Now, I know it's easy for me to say that because somebody would turn around, try to contradict me and say, but those are draws. What about some of the smaller guys that don't have as much draw power as a Murder Mook? When are they going to get their shots on RBE? Go look at our history. We've done that too. But I continue to say, I got to stand on it. You can only do but so much. You know what I'm saying? And even some platforms or some people in the culture, sometimes I think they take shots at us. And I could turn around and say that could be jealousy within itself. When people are like, yo, RBE is only going to do anywhere from 5 to 9 events a year. You know what I'm saying? But how many times does ARP tell y'all none of us do this for a living? So what does that say? If we don't even do this for a living, if we try not to even concentrate even half of our energy from our personal lives on battle rap business, right? Yet y'all have us ranked the way y'all have us ranked on the hip hop timeline for a historic platform, Rare Breed Entertainment. What does that mean? I mean, other people do battle rap for a living. So we better look at them and say, you better have an event every month then. You do it for a living. It's your bread and butter. It's the main thing you do. You wake up, you go to sleep with it. As much energy and time as y'all see me involved in RBE, it's not even 40% of my week. It's not. You know what I'm saying? We are who we are, and we do not claim anything more than what we are, provided we still have the impact that we have. I think that deserves a little bit of applause, but at the same time, you're also going to have a couple people that's going to say, what about my opportunity? So I get it. We always have had to take the good with the bad, because once you go up there and you become one of the top platforms and get that type of recognition, you're always going to have good and bad. Nobody walks through this bitch or any industry without getting their shoes dirty. It's impossible. It's impossible. So we do our best to navigate. I mean, but shout out to everybody. David Campbell, thank you for the super chat. Salute to the culture. I appreciate that, homie. Let me catch up real quick. Day one, Kennels Gotti. Blue Room, small room Ness. Come on, man. You want a big stage. Wait for Max out, respectfully. Ness was in the Blue Room. Ness versus Gwitty is on the channel. It's over 100,000 views. Go check it out. Definitely tweet us your feedback on the battle. Ness has been in the Blue Room. You know how many people are tweeting about getting in the Blue Room? Ness has a Blue Room battle. Geechee is tweeting about a Blue Room battle. I need a Blue Room joint. You know how many people will never have a RBE Blue Room battle? They're going to have to recreate it. And because there's a lot of people just not going to have that chance. You know what I'm saying? Because we could only do but so much. So I hope that the point is logical to y'all. What else did I miss? Damn, I missed a lot of comments while we was talking. So rightfully so. Oh, shit. I miss a lot of shit. This shit scrolling for days. Hold on, let me catch up with this super right here too. Bay Area Business, ARP, when you bring in the event to the Bay, Oakland. You know how many, I know it's not Oakland, but you know how many times Diz and me have had conversations about RBE coming out west? I don't know, man. I did say that in another blog that RBE hasn't necessarily been the traveler type of platform. We kind of find our comfort, and then you see us consistently operate there, like Club Trom. Club Trom is just another New York venue. Club Trom has a battle rap reputation because the way we sat in there consistently and just delivered all this different types of moments in battle rap. You know what I'm saying? Music Room in Atlanta could have been that, but Music Room got closed after COVID. They shut down. The owners sold the building, remodeled it. It's like a whole nother place now. It's like a Wet Willie's now, like where they do like the slushy liquor drinks in there now and shit. You know what I'm saying? I see Big Cannon in here. That was, I don't know how long ago that was. Shout out to Big Cannon, man. Big Cannon could fucking get at me and be like, yo, I think I've seen Big Cannon tweet like that before. Ask yourself why I'm not on these cards. Like anybody could get mad at RBE. Anybody. You know what I'm saying? Mad flex on RBE. How many times am I tweeting with Thesaurus? You know, pass to somebody. I can't wait to get on RBE, but at the same time, it's like I'm still navigating this shit. I want to get all these legends through. You know what I'm saying? Coogee didn't say it. Say the fan did. I think Coogee replied to it. Yeah, I didn't say that Coogee said anything bad. I'm just saying the times where I've seen this type of shit publicly, and then I've seen it on a timeline sometimes, and I replied to it like, who said we don't fuck with you? Like, that's a big difference of navigating being a platform owner and putting together all these matchups versus, you know what I'm saying? I did a joint last night with Jims. He's gonna be dropping on his channel. He saw Cassidy's taking them shots at me. Oh, where am I? Why am I not? Blah, 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can get hit by anybody with that shit. But try walking in my fucking shoes. Good fucking luck. Thank you. You tried it 215. Yes, hit the like button and share. I almost never say that shit when I'm on live, right? I don't know why. Marv wants smoke. I know he do. I think Marv versus Jims is a dope battle too. I think Marv versus Jims is a dope matchup. Theron Jones, appreciate the super chat, homie. He's responding to Troll Baby. You crazy from E Ness should catch you in the welfare line and take your check. Y'all must be arguing in the chat, and Theron, you decided to reply to Troll Baby with a super. But I appreciate the super. I must have missed y'all argument, so I'm gonna stay out of that. I don't know what y'all got going on. Big Cannon said Jims versus Big Cannon. That's a whack matchup, Big Cannon. That's a whack. I bet you Jims wouldn't want to do that matchup. I bet you. I kind of know Jim's matchup style a little bit, overworking with him all these years and knowing how he thinks. Jim's is not. He wouldn't want to do that matchup. Where is A Ward? Oh, Marv is in here. We were just fucking talking about Marv. Thank God Marv is in here. Marv said, "Where's A Ward? I just seen A Ward. I just seen him in a co-main event. Actually, I seen him booked on a main event. That was the first pay-per-view for RBE in 2022 that we even had to cancel the pay-per-view for. But that's not a shot at A Ward because he even opened up his bars saying like, you don't want to hear that shit. Shout out to A Ward. A Ward is such a great battle rapper, man. It's a fucking creative bastard. So I seen him then. I also seen him co-main event on Divide and Conquer Part 1, Blue Room. Then I seen him versus Vixen on Chrome 23, one of the biggest events, the biggest event of the year so far. You know what I'm saying? And A Ward is not on Divide and Conquer 2. He can be. Could have been, of course. A lot of people could have been. But Jesus Christ, once again, you can't do everything. You know what I'm saying? For every card. So, and they'll get you like that. That's Marv One. He's an OG. This motherfucker come in here and comment, where's A Ward? Like, God forbid somebody's not Remedy Local could have publicly started dissing us. Like, I ain't been on the last 4 RBE cards and I'm signed and all this. Like, I'm glad he didn't. He chilled out. And then he got the calls like, yo, no matter what, I'm getting you on Divide and Conquer 2. And he's like, yo, get me anybody other than a brick. He was flexible as shit, Loco. He was like, yo, as long as it's not a brick, man, I don't care, man. Just, I'm ready to come back. Humbly. And I said, give me a second. Spoke to Swave a couple times. You know what I'm saying? Me and Swave will probably tell y'all about how we set that matchup up and everything. Spoke to Swave a couple times, though. Next thing you know, boom, boom, contracts are signed, deposits is out, and we working. And Loco's back. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how that shit go, man. Shit ain't easy. Come on, Marv. Don't do that shit. The fuck? Yeah, B.O.B. chillin' say A Ward is working. Pull up Marvin A Ward. ARP, you get that. Resident Evil 4 remake. I haven't bought any remakes other than the Final Fantasy 7 remake. And I didn't play it. That shit is still in the wrap. I just bought it because Final Fantasy 7, the original on PlayStation, is such an epic game. When I see the remake come out, I just grabbed it, threw it in the collection. Will I play it one day? One day I'm gonna get to like a semi-retirement where a lot of my stuff that's going on either gets shut down or cut in half or decreased, and I'm gonna be able to spend way more time at home with nothing to do, and I'm gonna get back to being a gamer. I still gotta play the last Metal Gear that came out. It came out years ago, sitting in my shit in my collection in the wrap. I just bought it. The Final Fantasy 7 remake. I'm gonna get back to be Doom Eternal. I'll be watching YouTube videos of these games to catch up. Like some of these walkthroughs and shit, knowing damn well I'm not gonna be able to play it. So I'll just watch it for a little bit while I'm doing cardio or something. Doom Eternal, I gotta play. It's like one of the best first-person shooters ever, right? I gotta get back to being a gamer. I just gotta find the time. I've been in career mode for a while now. Once you get on a certain road, prioritize and get serious. UKNW, I did bring Norbs as a media team, have him interview battle rappers, bricks, etc. I love everything y'all have on the cast. Shout out to Norbs. And also has Norbs done a stream for us before? I forget. Norbs is always welcome because Norbs is an analyst. Norbs is gonna talk his talk. So if Norbs wanted to do like, the stream commentating and interviewing people. I think Lush has done it with us before. Direct has done it with us before. All those guys do great jobs. But shout out to Norbs. Norbs doesn't need to be hired to do RBE media. Norbs is just going to do whatever media that he wants to do regardless. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to Norbs. Norbs is definitely welcome to do coverage. He's welcome to all of our events. He could even do it remotely if he wants. He could do commentating. Shout out to Norbs. Fuck with Norbs. Me and Marv would never battle. Big Cannon must be answering somebody in the chat. What else am I catching up on? Somebody put free E Ness. You see? Actually, it would be free E Ness if we restricted him. We even just both said publicly he could do whatever he wants. He's got the receipts, he's got the contracts, he's got the agreements. He just said that publicly, right? And I co-signed it publicly. Do whatever he wants. Everybody that fucks with our do whatever you look at Ill Will's interviews. Three Letter Man asked him recently. I think Hip Hop Is Real asked him at the last events, fresh off of the stage, battling Hollow, about him battling on URL. Ill Will always says, I don't really have a problem with most of the people over there. And, I'm down to battle. They can call me. I just don't want to do the exclusive thing where you could tell me that I can't do something else. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not telling Ill Will that he can't do that. So why should somebody else? You know what I'm saying? I'll make the quick point real quick. Oh my God, they're gonna say, "Oh, ARP's getting in that bag again." I'm trying not to. But when the fans are just asking for a battle, and if a league won't just book the battle that is a sell as well, without the person becoming exclusive, to me that means that it's more than just about the battler or the battle. It means that it's also a chess move against the league, which obviously is probably even more important. You know what I'm saying? Than us getting the battles done, right? So y'all feel how y'all want to feel about that. But I think some of that shit is pretty obvious. Who's the best battle rapper right now? Oh shit, the best battle rapper right now. How could you? There's so many different ways you could attach that. You could attack that. Ill Will, Big K, Rosenberg Raw, Show Off, Charlie Clips, King Los, QB, Robin Rhymes. Did I say Rosenberg Raw? Yeah. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Let me pull up the rest of the battles. You're asking me who's the best battle rappers right now? Is Murder Mook, is Big K, is Ill Will, is King Los, is Charlie Clips, is Rosenberg Raw, is Show Off, is Chef Trez, is Pain, is Coach Corleone, is QB Black Diamond, is Robin Rhymes, is Swave Sever, is Remedy Loco, is Sniper, is J Slash, is Tato, is Lady J, is Zay, and is Jay Breed. Those 20 battlers are the best battlers right now. And prove me different on May 6th. Fuck it. Is talking about, yo, stay professional. These we in a culture where motherfuckers will steal your deposit, cancel your battle, no show you, and then get online and tell you why they didn't come. Professional my ass. Let me not get disrespectful. Category 6 entertainment says good answer. ARP, I appreciate that. Easy Rum. Shout out to Rum. Hayes the gift. Oh, I see Hayes in here. Hayes just had a battle that dropped from the intake card. Hayes versus Larry Bull. That's out on the channel right now, y'all. Check that out. Tony White said, Robin Rhymes, are you kidding me? Hell nah, fire. Let me tell you something about Robin and QB. QB has a pen, right? But every time QB has a battle, she has some type of bar referencing, oh, they say I don't have a pen. They do that to Hitman too, and Hitman references that too, right? He says things to counter that in his face-offs and his interviews and in his actual writing, his rapping, right? Same thing with QB. Sometimes people say like, oh, QB, you're just disrespect. Or Hitman, you're just performance and this or whatever. It's like, well, if I'm not rapping, how am I beating rappers? So going back to that point with QB versus Robin Rhymes, if some people out there feel that way about QB, right, then go pen for pen with Robin Rhymes. I think as I watch Robin Rhymes rounds and QB rounds, pen for pen, I can see where they can be competitive. I think they both have rap ability where you don't necessarily go one like this and one like, you know what I'm saying? It's like Loaded Lux as a rap ability person. And let me find somebody that's not known for bars. Damn, if I say a name now, it's going to be disrespectful. But you get the point that I'm making, right? I don't see that night and day with QB and Robin pen-wise. So what starts to separate a QB and a Robin Rhymes then? Experience, stage presence, performance, angles, believability, prep. Those are the things that starts to separate QB and Robin Rhymes. Which one of them does those categories the most or more than the other person is the outcome of that battle. I just broke down that battle for y'all, real shit. Diz on RBE would be crazy. I'm mad at Diz because me and Diz was just talking. He told me he's chilling for a second. He just popped up on a new car for GTS, and shout out to GTX. Diz, man, what's up, man? What's going on? Diz is not ducking RBE. He just wants us to come to LA. I respect it. Red Money, appreciate the super ARP. Can we get B Dot and Mickey Fax in the blue room? I'd love to. I heard that B Dot got frustrated at the politics of battle rap and fell back. That's what I heard about B Dot. Yo, you know I'm on live right now.
No, I did not know that.
Well, I am. So don't say I am. So don't say not. So don't say nothing reckless.
Well, fuck Charlie Clips, nigga. Can I say that?
Say that again.
Fuck Charlie Clips. Can I say that?
You could say that times 10.
Yo, hit me up when you get off the live, Birdie.
I got you, G. Shout out to Frozen. Shout out to Frozen. Yeah, B Dot. It ain't my politics if that's what drove the man out of battle rap. He has one of my favorite battles of all time. B Dot versus Danny Myers. It's one of my favorite battles of all time. And Mickey Fax, man. B Dot was tweeting that he was waiting for the call from ARP after Mickey Fax did his interviews. We did the Max Out event. After Max Out, Mickey Fax was doing interviews at the event, and he said something towards B Dot. B Dot got on Twitter. He put a tweet out. I'm waiting for ARP's call. I called them. We got some pre-negotiations in. We started to talk about timelines. He's supposed to, get back with me. Next thing I know, B Dot was on a URL stream, and they threw him the microphone, and he called out Mickey Fax, right? Which means that obviously people said, "Yo, when we cut from break and the cameras cut on, call that battle out," right? So I mean, it's obvious shit. It's cool. You know what I mean? I don't have a contract on it, so it is what it is. I ain't mad at it. You know what I mean? Like that, I look at it as just healthy competition. Like, oh no, we want to do that battle, so get on our stream and talk about it. I don't have no issue with that. That's just competition. Cool. But the battle didn't happen. The same way Hollow and Mook didn't happen. The same way Charlie Clips and Cassidy doesn't happen. Like there's certain battles where I feel like if we all stay out of each other's way, it's not in certain people's best interest to stay out of each other's way. But when you get on camera and you say things like, "I just want to do me, I don't care nothing about nobody else," so then don't get in no other people's lanes then, or involved in their business then. You know what I'm saying? So, and then fast forward, everybody's telling me B Dot retired. You know what I'm saying? Because of politics. So that battle is not Mickey Fax's fault, and it's not RBE's fault. Actually, Mickey Fax stood on a lot of honor with that situation. Shout out to Mickey Fax, because Mickey Fax was going on My Expert Opinion and interviews and whatnot. He's telling people my next and my final battle will be on RBE, because I battled on King of the Dot, I battled on URL. I want to complete the trifecta, and then I'm done. Right? I'm done. And B Dot was the target for that, of him completing his career. So when other people started hitting up Mickey Fax, like, "Oh no, don't do that over there, do it here," Mickey Fax said, "I'm not going back on my word. I've been telling my fans that. That's the conversations I've been having with ARP and RBE. Like, why am I going back on my word? Well, how about this amount of money? It's not about the money. It's about my word that I've already given to my fan base and to RBE about what I'm trying to do. Like, now you want to offer me this? Why don't you offer me that same bag for a different opponent? I'm pretty sure ARP wouldn't care, right?" And that's why I respect even Mickey Fax. So I say that battle not happened. It's not Mickey Fax's fault. Mickey Fax stood on honor. I don't blame B. Neither. I don't blame him totally. You know what I'm saying? I guess sometimes you allow yourself to be steered a certain way, and then next thing you know, you quit. And I hope I'm wrong. B. I hope I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, I'll apologize for being wrong, and I'll ask you if you're ready to battle Mickey Fax or anybody I want to see as a fan, as well as back on RBE. You tried 215. You tried a 215. Thanks for entertaining me during my workout, bro. I got you, shorty. I got you. It is lunchtime, ain't it? I'm about to go eat too. All right. Yo, Nate 10th. If y'all notice, I don't talk about tickets. That place is a zoo. I'm gonna have a lot of problems at that door. Watch this, y'all. I'm putting this on record early. I'm gonna have arguments and disputes with a couple battle rappers on May 6th, whether they're on the card or not. Why? Because it's a small room event that has all this fucking talent on it, and a mega main event, one of the biggest main events that's been booked in obviously this year, right? And everybody's gonna want to be there. A lot of people's gonna just assume that because I am who I am, I'm in there. I have no problem getting people of the culture into any RBE event. Y'all know I show love. You know what I'm saying? Like, I let people in, I put people on guest lists and all that. But when I got a situation like this where everybody's trying to flood the blue room for May 6th, those are the situations where a lot of people have to get told no, or not this time, or no, I can't do all those pluses, or no, you can't without a ticket. And then it becomes that one time that you said no that makes you the enemy instead of all the times where you said yes. You know, typical shit, regular human nature shit. I'm already anticipating it. I'm gonna have a bunch of arguments with a bunch of battle rappers or VIPs that's gonna pop up on May 6th, and the door will probably be fully shut down. Like, we're not even letting VIPs in any. Like the owner already tapped me and said I'm already doing too much. You know what I'm saying? So y'all hear me talk about the card. I'm just gonna continue to say get your live pay-per-view. I'm not gonna tell y'all to get y'all tickets anymore. I'm just gonna tell y'all get your live pay-per-view. Because I know it's gonna be a zoo out there for May 6th. It already is a zoo. rarebreedent.com or rapgrid.com to get your pay-per-view. Lock that in. Murder Mook versus Big K face-off is on the way. Stay subscribed to the channel. A lot of Sorry It's True podcast topics and interviews with the battlers on the way. Shout out to E Ness for joining earlier. Go all the way back to the beginning of this shit if you missed it. Shout out to everybody that joined. And it's lunchtime, so my nigga Verb should probably be going live. Everybody go head over to Verb's channel. He probably got like a lunch with VZ happening right now or something. Salute y'all. I appreciate y'all as always. You already know. It's your boy.